See if I'm up here. Guys, I believe we are live. Let some people get in here. I just put this together. A subject that I believe wants to really discuss, and that is the Migo Tops relationship, partnership, what's happening with that situation, who's bought Tops exclusives for the last 2 days. I mean, the last, 2-3 weeks. Matt, how you doing, buddy? Guys, I don't know. I'm just gonna go in and really just share my personal thoughts on the situation, with the top situation. That's great, Matt. Always a pleasure to see you, man. Real simple for me. The Tops Migo relationship, partnership, for me, it's been twofold. It's been exciting on one hand and frustrating on the other hand. I never thought I would see a day where a toy company is making the toys too fast. They're making the toys too fast. So is that great on one hand? Yes. Is it frustrating on the other? Yes, because I can't get them all. And that's why these toys are turning into exclusive figures immediately. I saw somewhere on eBay the Mr. Spock Tops exclusive figure is being sold, and he's not even out yet, but he's being sold for $315. And I might be a little off on those numbers. On the low end, it might be a little higher, but we're going to say, just for argument's sake, it was $315. And guys, anything factual I say, you can always cross-reference me and check my sources. And the source came directly from eBay. It's around $315 for a figure, for a Tops figure. And I think that's where the issue is coming from. Migo has created a perfect storm, if you will, with these exclusive figures from Tops. A perfect storm that has exclusive figures that will only be out for a week, 1 week. You have 1 week, and if that's in between your payday, mortgage, or whatever, car payments, you have 1 week to try to figure that out. And then the next week, you'll have 2 new exclusive figures. Or as one gentleman told me, it's going to be 2 new sets, brand new sets of problems, because he's trying to get all of them. So it's created a perfect storm. And what I mean by this, the perfect storm, is some people are absolutely losing their mind in a bad way. Others are losing their mind in a good way. I'm going to get some of you guys' opinions on it as well. Let me see here. Matt Hill says, that is not fair, having figures out for just 1 week. What happens? You're too busy to get them. Matt, that's a good that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, what happens if you forget, or if you don't have the money? Then, so there lies the problem. There lies the problem. I don't know how to fix. I don't know. I don't know if Migo knows how to fix that. But I know Joel is on record for saying that he's going to meet with the Topps people, and share some of the concerns. What those concerns were, because we have a lot of concerns. A lot of people had a lot of different concerns and issues. I don't know. I would like to think though that Joel and his team shared the right concerns and the right issues. For one, shipping and handling. That's a lot. That's a lot. I was asked how many exclusive figures from Topps did I purchase, and I told this subscriber I did the very first one, the Shazam and Black Adam. Those are the two. Vulcan Fanatic, how you doing, man? Those are the only two, and it's not because I didn't like the other figures. And we'll get into that too, about the other figures. What figures you guys think that Migo and Topps should be getting together to put out? We'll get into all of that. But my primary situation was not with the figures. I like all the figures that they put out. I am of the mindset that I have to have something in hand, one of those figures, two of those figures in hand, before I can even make another purchase, before I even place another pre-order. I have to have that. I did it twice. I did it once with the Hasbro Pulse for the G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes, and Storm Shadow figures. So I pre-ordered those, and then I did it once with the Topps exclusives, the Shazam and the Black Adam. Now we have the recent Topps Migo offering exclusive two figures, Cisco, and I can't think of the other character's name from Star Trek. So you guys got that name? Throw it in the comment section. But fantastic head sculpts. The figures look fantastic. That for me, that is not the issue. Quirk, thank you, Hulk Smash. What's up, buddy? I appreciate it. Yeah, Quirk. So Cisco and Quirk, they look fantastic. They look fantastic, and I have to wait until, yeah. And at that rate, at my rate, I'm gonna miss out on everything, But these figures, very well, I've heard, it could be 90 days, maybe longer. It depends. People have their own very interesting theories of how these figures are going to be produced, how these figures are going to be distributed, when. But back to my original situation was with the shipping and handling. Hey, Brian Sanchez, how you doing, buddy? Vulcan Fanatic says, I've ordered. Hold it, don't leave me. Hear me see here. Vulcan Fanatic said I've ordered all so far. I just don't want to miss out on these. Vulcan Fanatic, listen. Okay, so Vulcan Fanatic, you are one of the rare the rare breeds of collectors. So I really want to really tap into your mindset on this topic, because you literally have purchased all of the figures. Okay, I've only purchased one, the first set. So you've purchased all of them, and Vulcan Fanatic basically said that he doesn't want to miss out. Okay, doesn't want to miss out, because what we're being told, you said Vulcan Fanatic said supposedly it would be 90 to 100 days, business days, before these ship. Well, he doesn't want to miss out. Vulcan Fanatic doesn't want to miss out, because what we're being told is these figures will never be produced again, ever, under any circumstances. No shape, form, no nothing. This is it, guys. They're coming 1 week and 1 week only. Vulcan Fanatic said, yeah, that's like 5 months. And it is. So I get it. We don't want to miss out. I was itching to really purchase the Spock figure. I really wanted to get that figure and the core figure. I wanted to get those figures, but I have to stay true to my budget and my beliefs. Brian Sanchez says they will redo them again. They will just be in different outfits, probably. Brian, it's rare that we disagree, man. It's very rare that we disagree on much. I'm going to disagree with you on that. Migo has stated under no circumstances, because what you are saying, okay, understand what you're saying, Brian, by saying what you just said in the comment section, that they're going to put them back out in a different format, though, maybe in different variations. By saying that, a lot of collectors are going to be upset. Sure, not the people like me who didn't get the first 5 or missed out on the first 5, waiting on his first shipment. The people like Vulcan Fanatic that purchased every single one of them. And guys, they're not cheap. Like I said, we go right back to the shipping and handling. That's something I think Joel said he was going to discuss with Topps, though. So we'll see. And I listen. I believe that Migo will do right by the fan base. I believe that. I believe that. Until I'm proven wrong on this situation, I'll stick with that. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt until I see something different. You guys type fast. Hold on. I'm trying to pull it back up. David Meyer said, I would love to find out how to become a sculptor for Migo, because I lost it. Because I grew up with Migos. I'm an artist and a sculptor, and I absolutely love everything about these figures. I do too. Hulk Smash says, well, how about they do Long Ranger and Tonto for it, since I don't see them doing it for the main line. Listen, now they make it tough on me. I'm telling you right now, Migo, if you do the Long Ranger and Tonto, I'll place another order. All right. That's literally the only way. It has to be, and I keep hearing that a lot from people. If they get certain licensings from different genres, movie, TV, comic books, if they get certain characters and do the Topps Mego exclusive 2-figure deal, they'll get it. So I'm hearing that as well. Matt Hill said, I like getting the same figure with a different outfit, but it takes up a lot of room. So I just started getting one of each. And guys, that's where I'm at. I mean, how many figures can you have? Now I did purchase 2 of each of the Shazam and the Black Adam. Okay, and that put me somewhere around the $100 mark with the shipping and handling. Brian Sanchez says, Mego is a corporation, so what is their main goal? Money. Yeah, no, Brian, listen, yes. Yes. Hawksman said, I can have endless figures, laughing out loud. Brian, listen, yes. It's all about money. It's a business. It's a business. They're in business to make money. Vulcan Fanatic says, Joel did say he had met with Topps. Right, and that's what I heard too, Vulcan Fanatic. And that some changes will be made, but the only change we have seen so far is a change in the quantity you are able to order now, from 2 to 5 now. Oh, so you can go to, now see, that's new. I didn't know that. Why is that though? Well, I'll tell you my theory. My theory is because they, listen, if these numbers don't hit a certain mark, I'm hearing that, they won't produce them. How true is that? I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe I should get Joel on my show. Dave Meyer said, when they come up with the 14-inch version of the Shazam and the Black Adam, is that a precursor for an 8-inch version of these characters coming out? I hope so. I hope so, Dave. I hope so. I would like to think so. They can't go wrong with DC characters. They can't go wrong with Marvel characters. They can't go wrong with G.I. Joe. They can't go wrong with Lone Ranger, Tonto. They can't go wrong with any of that. The 1989 Michael Keaton Batman and the 1989 Jack Nicholson Joker. They can't go wrong with stuff like that. The Punisher, the Terminator, you name it, they can't go wrong. It's going. Yes, that. Oh, I love all of that. Matt Hill says they need to make figures in the 14-inch that people really want and are really in demand, right? Because I want the Game of Death Bruce Lee that we saw a couple years ago at one of the toy shows that Mego was at. That Mego Corp was at. It was a beautiful, beautiful rendition of the Game of Death Bruce Lee with the yellow jumpsuit on, with the black piping coming down the sleeves and the legs. And it was a fantastic head sculpt of Bruce Lee. 14-inch of that figure, of that iconic person, absolutely. I would order 5 of those. But this is what we have right now, guys. What we have right now is, like I said, I'm in various groups. I get asked these questions a lot, having a YouTube channel and being a collector, a toy collector. Right? Says that the Bruce Lee was it was. I get asked this question a lot. I mean, how do I feel about the Topps figures? How many I'm getting? How do I feel about the pricing? How do I feel about the shipping? How do I feel about all of that stuff? And I listen to my subscribers and viewers. I know it's frustrating. Willie O'Burke says, speaking of the 14-inch Shazam, where are they? I purchased 2, and the seller says there are no word on when they'll be shipped. It depends on who you purchasing it from, Willie. It really depends on who you're getting your figures from. I know there's a lot of reputable, awesome sellers out there for Mego. Dave Meyer says maybe they could come out with cryptids like Sasquatch. Oh yes, or the yeah. Listen, yes, a 14-inch Sasquatch, guys. We've been down this alley before. Okay, with Bigfoot, with the Sasquatch. I am a Sasquatch and Bigfoot fanatic. Mego would have my money in a heartbeat if they produced that figure. If they produced that character. And I tell you this, they should get with John Farley. They should get with John Farley and let him do the Sasquatch. John Farley is a fantastic customizer, creates his own figures. You guys know, I had the rare pleasure of meeting him one time at the 2019 Mego meet, and this guy's his tables, his setup was fantastic, man. I could have took all of his stuff home. I've been broke because it's very expensive, but it's worth it. Have you gotten your 14-inch Shazam figures? Willie says, yet. If so, I want to order from the. Listen, I order mine from the 14-inch DC figures are ordered from. I do my ordering from Big Bad Toy Store. RV, what's up, man? What's up, brother? All right. Mego Star Wars. Anytime, anywhere, Hawk Smash. 24/7. Yes. Star Wars. Get some good figures. Listen, I can't get a hold of my figure right now. I had a figure up here, Star Wars figure. I'm looking around if I can grab another one. I can't get to it. I can't, not without knocking stuff over. Let me see something. Hold on, I'm trying to see something here. This is what happens, guys, when you have too much stuff. You have too much stuff. Mego, you start putting out 14-inch figures, Star Wars, or even 8-inch figures of Star Wars, because I don't know which one you'll be, more inclined to make. But this guy right here, one of my favorites, the Atat Driver. Absolutely. I'm going to set him over here because I don't want to knock him over. RV says, Mego Star Wars figures change the game. It would. Hawk Smash, I knock stuff over a lot. Yeah, me too. Me too. Willie O'Burke, back to your original question, where do I get my Shazam figures and stuff from? I would say Big Bad Toy Store for me. But I hear Frank Wojo is a really cool guy, good seller for Mego figures. He makes sure everything is taken care of beautifully. One of my favorite places that I get all my Mego 8-inch figures from and my 14-inch monster figures from is movie posters, etc. That's my primary go-to. They don't carry everything. They carry almost everything, but they don't carry everything. They're not carrying the DC 14-inch figures or the Star Trek 14-inch figures. So a lot of that stuff I got from I'm getting from, or I have gotten from, Big Bad Toy Store. But my 14-inch stuff I get from movie posters, etc. I got my Diet Coke here, guys. Diet Coke here. But with the top situation, man, I wish there was a clear answer to the situation. And it's not, guys, I repeat, It is not as simple as telling somebody to get another job, a second job, or telling them to stop complaining. It's not that simple. It doesn't work like that. Who would say something like that to somebody else? Well, M.I.B. I can't afford to get this one every Monday. These two figures every Monday. Dude, go get you another job. Get 2 jobs. Better yet, get 3 jobs. Come on, guys. We're a collecting community who generally should look out for one another. That's how it should work. Me telling somebody they need to get a 3rd job to buy action figures is absolutely, positively insane. On top of being insensitive. Everybody doesn't have $300 to $400, to put into action figures. It's impossible. And before you guys say anything, well, M.I.B, look at you. You sitting down here with a museum full of toys. No, trust me, guys. It's impossible for me too. It's impossible, and it's killing me. It's killing me by the fact that I can't get these guys every Monday. So I am in the same boat that most of you guys are in. I'm jealous of Vulcan Fanatic. I am absolutely, positively jealous. M.I.B, write it down. M.I.B is jealous of Vulcan Fanatic because he can purchase these figures on a weekly basis. I mean, I'm happy for him too, but I am jealous. I'm jealous of you, man. It happens. I'm trying to catch up on the reading with you guys. Yeah, RV said ZLC is a great site. Hawk Smash says movie posters, etc. Movie posters, etc. James and his team at Movie Poster, etc. That's my favorite place to purchase Mego figures, without a doubt. And I've sent a lot of you guys there. Brian Sanchez says a Mego Star Wars figure would be a game changer. Only time will tell if they could do it, though, and that's true. Is that owned by Disney now? Is Star Wars owned by Disney? Hawksman said, yep, I just placed another order with them. They are outstanding, absolutely. Vulcan Fanatic says ZLC Collectibles is a great place to get 14-inch Megos. Lady Pop Hunter, hey, how are you? Lady Pop Hunter. Hawksman says, I nabbed their last Riddler. Felt good. Don't it feel good when you get the last figure? It does. I like that too. You hit that add to cart, and you go back and check that same figure again 10 minutes later, and it says sold out, and you know you got the last one, and the person coming behind you is really upset. But movie posters, etc., they don't stay sold out for very long. They're out of the Robin figures for right now. Where's my Robin figure at? I'm getting a lot of stuff here, guys. I'm getting a lot of stuff. Wait. Okay. This is truly becoming one of the hottest selling toys for Mego. It's this Robin figure. I knew that this was going to be a great figure. I didn't know that it was going to be that fantastic to the point where it is in extremely high demand. The popularity of this figure has gone through the roof. Guys, listen. Like I said, with the top situation, I wish I had a perfect response or a perfect solution to all of this, but it really isn't. You're going to have to purchase when you can and what figures you like, and not necessarily in that order, because if it's between paydays for you, and you don't have any spare change in the piggy bank, you may miss out. You may actually miss out on two fantastic figures that you really want, but you can't afford it. So it's frustrating. So you just hope and pray they come out with another home run 2-figure exclusive set the following Monday. And that's what I tend to do. And I'll tell you what's fun about, like I said, I can tell you the headaches of it, but I can also share the fun part about it. It's fun to be back in the collecting game at this level. Having somebody really, a toy company, do this on a weekly basis. Because you don't know what's coming out. Maybe a select few people know. But for us, blue collar workers, okay, that carry the lunch pails to work, we have no clue. We have no clue. And actually, I like it like that. I like the fact that it's a mystery until Monday at 12 noon, I think. So you got a lot of people checking their phones, checking the internet, checking their laptops to see what's those two new figures coming out. The mystery, the intrigue. This is the stuff that's fun about collecting that I actually missed when G.I. Joe was out in the early to late 1990s. Going toy hunting, hoping to find a new G.I. Joe figure on a toy store shelf, or any figure that was out during that time period, any exclusive figure, or chase, as we call them back in the old days, chase figures. And I think that's what Mego has turned these Topps exclusives into, chase figures. These figures, I can't say this enough, and it's really sad. These figures, and Mego is responsible for this, whether it's good or bad or both. Mego is exclusively responsible for for creating this environment. These figures on eBay, the Topps figures, go to eBay and look at the Topps figures that are being, these figures haven't came out yet, and you got people scalping the hell out of them. $315 for one figure. $315 for a figure that, like Vulcan Fanatic said, it's a possibility that probably won't come out until another 5 months. I mean, this is where we're at right now. For better or for worse, I'm a part of this marriage, this toy marriage with Mego, just like most of you guys are. I'm just simply picking and choosing what part of the marriage I want to be involved in. Okay. I mean, this is getting expensive. This is getting exclusive, and guys, listen, we throw that word around a lot. Exclusive. The Topps Mego figures are just that. If the definition of exclusive is in a dictionary, you go there to the dictionary, you'll find Topps exclusive Mego figures. These bad boys are exclusive. They're out for 1 week and 1 week only, and they disappear forever. You either have it, you're either the proud owner of those figures, or you are not. Let's see. Land Adventurer. Oh yes, missed the 90s era of Joe. Joe Collectibles. Yeah, I do too. The Adventure Team, Timeless Collections. Matt Hill said the scalping's gotten out of control. It is a crime. Vulcan Fanatic says it really takes discipline to keep up with Mego's pace of offering figures. Yeah, and now Topps offering have upped that to a feverish pace. Hawk Smash says, yeah, he's agreeing with Matt. At the end of the day, they are just paying customers to be companies. Jackie Puppet said, did you ever, at the time in your life, have an interest, hold it, in collecting Happy Meal toys? Yes and no. Yes and no. I'm getting there, Jackie. I'm getting there with the Happy Meal fandom, if you will. And I did a video maybe a couple months ago where I showed you some random toys from my from my museum collection. BTS dolls, Barbie dolls. Yes. I went to the Dollar Tree today and got a ton of stuff. And I'll probably share that with you at some point in time down the road. But Happy Meal toys, yes. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about a lot of stuff collecting. I'm 51 years old now, so my taste in toys have changed. And I hope that answers your question. But yeah, I'm always up for something that has to grab me, though. It has to grab me. And right now, the things that are really grabbing me are Mego figures, monster figures. I'm getting back into my comic book collection, things like that. That remind me of my childhood. I'm even thinking about getting into Pez dispenser toys. You know how big those were when we were kids. The Pez, the candy was great, but once you ran out of the candy, you still had the toy. Matt Hill said, Hawk Smash, you're so right about that. RV said I grabbed a few Happy Meal toys that I loved as a kid. Vulcan Fanatic says, we won't have this feverish pace for long term. 2 years from now, a lot of people at me kicking themselves for not ordering the Topps figure. Yes, yeah, I'm going to be one of them. Okay, I'm going to be one of them. I see it happening now already. I can tell the future. I'm looking into my crystal ball. I see M.I.B 20 years from now. The 70-year-old M.I.B being thoroughly upset with himself for not picking up those Topps exclusive figures when they were out. Because I'm not going to pay $400 for one figure. I'm not going to do it. It's not happening, guys. Willie said, it is known how long Topps will be doing these weekly exclusives. Is it known? We don't know. A year? 5 months? A few more months? A few more weeks? Willie, we have no clue, man. Matt Hills said, I really think Migos should make a Vampirella 14-inch figure. That'd be super awesome. Yeah, Matt, you know how I feel about Vampirella, man. I watched the 1996 Vampirella movie the other day on YouTube. She's fantastic. The comic books are fantastic. Once again, something that takes me back to my childhood, growing up in the 1970s with those horror comic magazines. Listen, Mego has so many options out there. I'm not, and I want to go on record as saying that I'm not upset that Mego has set up their situation with Topps like this. I'm just upset that I can't get them. But guys, we can't get it all. You know those on those game shows, they put you in the glass case and they start blowing the money around. Well, that's kind of how I feel about the Topps Migos situation. Every Monday with two exclusive here today, gone tomorrow action figures that will never be made again. It's like being in that money wind tunnel trying to grab the money. You might get a few, but you're gonna more likely you're gonna miss more than you get. And that's just for the regular blue collar worker. That's it. That's the reality of it. You know, you can't get everything. I mean, I can't get all the hot toys, the sideshow collectibles that are like $400 now. You can't do it. You can get a few, and I truly believe that that's what Migo has designed and set their situation. That's the only logic. That's the only logic. And if somebody has some better logic than that, give it to me. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. Matt Hill says the worst thing about Topps putting out weekly figures is scalpers will go insane for them and rip people off. And that's what they're doing, Matt. $315 for one figure? And you know the really sad part about that? The really sad part about that is that, and we discussed this earlier, somebody's going to pay that price for the right to exclusively own that figure, to say, hey, you know what? I own that figure. I mean, that's at the end of the day, right, wrong, or indifferent, we can't tell the next man how to spend his money, but it's insane. It's insane. And the scalpers will get their money on this one because it's a perfect storm set up for the scalpers. I mean, it's a perfect storm. It is. I've never seen anything quite like this in all the years, decades of collecting that I've been involved with. I've never seen a situation like this where a figure, two figures are created for 1 week and 1 week only, and you put your money down to pre-order this figure, and you'll get this figure in 3-4 months, 2 to 3, 4 months. I've never seen it like that, and you have the scalpers out there, Matt, like you said, going absolutely ballistic. DP says, to be honest, the first Topps exclusives weren't that great. The Taylor figure was a long time coming, but the NECA version was better. As for Zera, it was underwhelming. Fair enough. Listen, fair enough. I keep bumping into my figure here. Fair enough. Land Adventurer says, are there any 90s to 2000 Joel sets you don't have? You seem to have them all. Laughing out loud. Believe it or not, Land Adventurer, there are a few, not many. Not many. I didn't miss. I was on the first floor when that elevator took off in the 90s. So I didn't not too many. I would have to look at my catalog and my archives. That's how many I have. I have a massive G.I. Joe collection. And just somebody asked me the other day, well, do you collect the vintage G.I. Joes? There's only one reason, and one reason only, I don't collect vintage G.I. Joes. And that's because 95% of them are loose. That's literally the only reason I don't collect them. But guys, we played with our toys in the 60s and 70s. Nothing was going to be opened in. Everything was going to be unopened, I should say. Everything was coming out of the package. We played with our toys in the 60s and 70s, guys. I was not, contrary to popular belief, I was not M.I.B. being born in the 1970s. I was not M.I.B. back then. I actually ripped open the packaging, as much as that makes my ears bleed to hear. But yeah, I could Land Adventure, I could check that out for you and get back with you, man. There are a few out there that I don't have, and I did that one time, and actually a collector found one of the sets I was looking for, and gave me a pretty fair price on it. So there's tons out there that I'm sure I don't have, some variants and whatnot, especially some club exclusives. Henry S says, hey, what's up? Didn't realize Tops would be the discussion. Yeah, Henry, Tops is the discussion, man, because everywhere I go, in the mall, grocery stores, anybody that sees me, that knows I have recognized me from the YouTube channels, they want to ask me about the Tops situation. So I said, you know what? Let's get it out. Let's put it all on the table, and let's discuss the Tops situation, for better or for worse. Like I said, I'm pretty neutral in the regard that I'm happy and I'm sad at the same time, because I can't afford all these figures. They're coming out too fast. I don't like the shipping and handling situation. So I get what I what I can afford, and I get what I want. If they come out with Lone Ranger, they come out with Tonto. Listen, Migo, if you come out with Lone Ranger, I'm telling you, if you come out with Lone Ranger, I'm there. I am there. I am there. A 14-inch version and an 8-inch version. My favorite hero of all time. Henry SS Tops is becoming flops in the car community. Yes, I hear they're struggling in that community. DP said, I went through so many Migos when I was a kid. I have opened up all my my own museum. Yeah, absolutely. Matt Hill says, I also never kept any toys in a box. Always took them out and played with them inside and out. Me too, Matt. Keeping my Star Wars, Henry says, keeping my Star Wars figs in package would be, yes, would have offended. Yes, it would have. Whoever gave it to you in the back in the day. We weren't thinking like that when we were kids, though, guys. Land Adventure says, not a big fan of the Tops, Quirk, and Cisco. I have the Playmates versions, far superior. I need to get those. I need to get those. I have a lot of the Playmates Star Trek figures. Do I have any? I don't have any sitting around right here right now. I don't think so. But I have a ton of those guys. I got a lot of videos on them. Chris Mason says, cool. Hawk Smash says, none of us were, hence why that's our so rare and expensive. Yes, M.I.B. Yes. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. You get that 5% of G.I. Joe figures that are still in packaging on card. A lot of the carded accessories. You get, I tend to find more carded accessories that are still mint on card than the actual figures themselves. But it's about a 5%. And I was told by a guy who's been collecting G.I. Joes for years. He's been collecting longer than I've been alive. So, yeah, I mean, the exclusivity. And that's what the Tops and Mego figures, exclusive figures from Tops, are going to turn into. Because if you only have a small run of, I'm hearing maybe 1,400 or 2,000, that's extremely small. That's extremely exclusive. And these figures they're not going to be replicated again. contrary to popular belief by Brian Sanchez, think they're going to come back in some type of variant form. And brother, I tell you this: if they do that, you're gonna have World War V. We're gonna skip 3 and 4, and it's gonna go to World War V because a lot of people are gonna be upset. You know, human nature, man. Human nature. People want to own exclusive stuff. When I was in high school, I'll give you a good example. When I was in high school, Jordans were still out. I mean, see, they were actually Jordans, real Jordans, Michael Jordans. Like his rookie year, that first set of Jordans came out. People couldn't afford though. Believe it or not, even back then, people couldn't afford that. So it's really cool knowing you had this set, these particular shoes, and you're walking in school, in the hallways, and you didn't see everybody with those shoes. That's kind of like what we are now as collectors. That's why stuff sells for obscene amounts of money, because it's very rare, it's exclusive. Only 100 of these figures were made. You want to be one of those collectors that have those figures in your collection. Lady Pop Hunter and Open by Chance has a toy collection. They have a toy collection that's absolutely amazing. Some of the things that they have in their collection, you just can't find. You can't find it on eBay. It's very, very exclusive. It's very rare. I gotta take a trip over there with a shopping bag. I'm trying to read this. Jackie Puppet says, "Do you have any of your vintage Joes from childhood?" No, because Jackie, my parents could not afford G.I. Joe. I didn't. I want to say in 1982 when the 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joes came out, they were pretty affordable. But that was in 1982. I had a few of those. I had the Stalker figure, Snake Eyes. I had him. My brothers had a few. I had Zap, I believe his name was Zap. But that was it. So those figures they're long since gone now. I don't have them anymore. But the 12-inch action figures, the G.I. Joes from the 1970s, 1960s, I didn't have any of those. Like I said, I'm a child of the 70s, so it was the Adventure Team for me. And then later, at the end of the decade, it was like the Super Joe. So no, I didn't have any of those. Couldn't afford them. That's why I'm such a Mego fan, But when I became a collector, I got older and got money. I didn't necessarily want the older figures at that point because they weren't mint in box or mint on card. So the best thing that ever happened was Hasbro putting out G.I. Joe again in 1991, all the way to 1991 to 2004, 2005. Best thing. And then the G.I. Joe Collectors Club putting out club exclusives. And I have a lot of those club exclusives, guys. Check my videos on those. Yes, DP, I would like to see the Warriors get the Mego treatment as well. I believe they are out with another Mezco. I believe Mezco has the Warriors. They have 2 of the Warriors characters, and then they have 2 of the bad gang members, the Furies, the baseball Furies. The painted faces look awesome. So you had 4 of those guys, and trust me, they cost an arm and a leg. They're very expensive. The only thing about Mezco figures is that are they 6? They're 6 inches tall, I believe. They're not 8 inches tall. They're 6 inches tall. But the detail of those figures, staggering, fantastic, but they're smaller. So I think that's a hang up. I don't have any Mezco figures in my collection, and that's largely due to that. I want more bang for my buck. I want 12-inch, 18-inch, 14-inch figures. All mint in box. So that's where I'm at with that, guys. Matt Hill said, "Did you ever have the vintage 1986 Kenner Mask Outlaw Venom Snake oil truck?" No, I didn't. No, I didn't. DP says, "What is the Adventure Team?" Adventure Team was G.I. Joe. They transformed G.I. Joe in the 1970s due to the Vietnam War. Was getting a lot of bad press, a lot of bad publicity, and it was really hurting G.I. Joe in the late 1960s and the early 1970s. So it forced Hasbro to really change the military outlook or the persona of G.I. Joe, because he was very military. So they changed him to an adventurer, and he went on all these fantastic adventures, going into the mummy's tomb, searching for the Bigfoot, deep sea diving, all those fantastic, and then you got all these great play sets along with it. The Adventure Team, and that's what they were. Truly adventurous. Critical Thinker 808 says, had Muhammad Ali Mego figure, Ken Norton with a boxing ring. Oh yes. I was about the 7 or 8 in the 70s. They had punching act. I remember that set. And you know what? Surprisingly enough, you can still find that for a decent price. As old as, guys, this stuff is only what somebody's willing to pay for it. I don't collect for money. I collect for me. I collect because I enjoy it. Like I said, and back to the Tops situation, I get the figures that I like from them. The only problem is they're coming out too fast. Critical Thinker say he looked it up on eBay and they had it. Matthew Payne said, have you ever collected knockoff figures? Yes and no. Yes. Let me see here. I got one for you. Well, I don't know if you can call this a knockoff figure. The Rapid Deployment Force. G.I. Joe had just came back out in the 1990s, and they were really they were doing fantastic. So you had a lot of companies like End Time Products from 1992. End Time Products came out with their version of a G.I. Joe figure, if you want to call him that. And he could, I mean, he came in a different, very, this is Skyraider right here. He had some military guys as well. I'm sitting here because I don't want him to fall. But yeah, so yeah, you can say that, knockoff figures. And I do a lot of the Dollar Tree figures as well now. Vintage stuff, I tend to stay away from. Not because I don't want it, but like I said, it's has to be something that really grabs me. A lot of the older vintage knockoff stuff is loose. Our winner of our Wave 13 Boris Karloff Mego figure, Prince Everlove, has entered the building. Good evening, sir. Henry S. Salacious Crumb, ROTJ bag. Oh, I didn't hold it. I didn't see that last bag. Fig used to sell for only $2 or $3 about 10 years ago. Yeah. I wish I had a time machine. I'll go back. Critical Thinker said I I look at the stuff my kids played with and opened in the 1990s, and that will be the next big money collectibles for profit. Think Turtles, Power Rangers. Yeah. Yeah, homies from a quarter vending machine. Yeah. Hawksman says, I have a few Mezco, and yes, they are fantastic. Prince Everett said, thank you so much again, sir. You're absolutely welcome. Guys, we'll be having more contest giveaways. We're entering an hour. I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time. I just wanted to kind of get some things off my chest with the Topps and Mego situation. But we're gonna have some more contest giveaways real soon, real soon. I got some more surprises in the mix for you. I want you to stay tuned to that. I'm trying to get to some questions here and some comments. George Alexander says, hey, M.I.B, not crazy about Topps deal. 1 week window sometimes takes time to decide if I really want a figure. It's not long enough, George. George, it's not long enough. It's not long enough. You know, I get about midweek. The new figures come out on Monday. I say about Wednesday or Thursday, it's like, man, can I do it? Should I do it? I think I want to do it. Come Friday or Saturday, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You know, I have to, I mean, trust me. If it's Lone Ranger and Tonto, I got to do it. I got to do it. I have to. I have to. But I have to find a way to explain it to my wife. That's the tough part, guys. I don't want to wind up sleeping on the couch. The couch hurt. I got a bad back, guys. It ain't worth it. Jason Kasprick says, I have no problem paying a bit extra, but since I live in Canada, shipping is sky high, especially from Topps. That's a lot of our international subscribers and viewers share and collectors share the same thing, Jason. They were telling me that the postage is just astronomical. I would like to see maybe if Mego and Topps can get together and really maybe fix that. If nothing else, extend the deadline for those exclusive figures to maybe a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Give people a chance to make it back to higher ground, higher financial ground, where they're able to put more money to the side for the toys. It's hard. You know, I had to make a decision, I think it was last year. My G.I. Joe Club exclusive set that came out in 2008. And you guys saw the video on that. If not, check the video out on that, guys. I believe it's Search for the Sasquatch. I believe it's Search for the Sasquatch. And it's a beautiful set. It's massive. It has the Adventure Team G.I. Joe with all of his gear. And it has this beautiful, beautiful Sasquatch figure in it. And it's massive. And the set was mint in box, never played with, never touched. And Coswell Collectibles had it on their site one day, and I looked. They wanted nearly $500 for that set. That's not even including shipping and handling and all that, the rest of the stuff. You know, that set got close to about $600, almost about $650, something insane like that. I had a decision to make. Am I gonna let this figure that I've been looking for since 2008, and there was only 450 of those sets made, only 450. So 450 people, collectors, including myself now, can say we have that G.I. Joe set. It's very rare that you see that set on eBay. if any. I saw the box one time. That's all I saw. I didn't see the figure or nothing else. Collectors know what they have and they don't give it away. That's what these Topps exclusive figures are turning into. Prince Everlove said, ordered Van Helsing Peter Cushing figure 19 on eBay. See, eBay talked him down in price. You know, Prince, I saw you send a message about that, and I was wondering. I say, man, these figures ain't even came out yet. So you went to eBay to get it. And listen, guys, that's how it's gonna work with a lot of these figures. When at the first back in 2018 when Mego came out, the first the Dracula figure, the first Bela Lugosi figure, I didn't get him out of Target. You know, they did this big thing about Target having Mego figures at Target. I was there bright and early. They didn't have no figures, none, and all the ones online was starting to sell out from the Target website. The Dracula figure was the one that sold out. So what did I do? I ordered from eBay, and they took me to the cleaners. Nearly $50 for that Boris Karloff for the Bela Lugosi figure, Dracula figure. I spent nearly $50. Nearly $50. It was insane, but that's how badly I wanted it, and the scalpers knew it. And I said, never again. I can't do it for that price. But you, Prince, you got a great price for that. Hawk Smash says, Prince Everlove, I'll be ordering him for a bit cheaper. Movie posters, etc. Listen, Hawk Smash, the second that movie posters, etc. contacts me, I'll let you guys know. The second that they get it into their warehouse, I will let you guys know. Because I'm ordering it too. I really, really want that figure. Prince, I'm jealous of you, man. Matt Hill says, I got my Bela Lugosi figure online. I stayed up for 2 days straight. See? It wasn't that was the fun part though. That's the fun part. Hawk Smashes, Mego is missing out by not doing Long Ranger and Tonto. Hawk Smash, if me and you can gang up on Mego and talk to Joel, talk to Marty, talk to these guys, I think we can make it happen. I'm going right now, broadcasting from the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. Joel, if you guys are listening at Mego Corp, which they probably not, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway. I would like, M.I.B., I would like to see Lone Ranger, Tonto, and Silver. But if you only can do one, I'll take Lone Ranger. Papa Tiger said, I never saw the Migos in Target until around Christmas 2020. Tootie on clearance. Yeah, Tootie been on clearance for a long time. I wonder how Kim Fields feel about that. You know, if I knew Kim Fields like that, I would love to sit down and ask her that question. What does she think about her Tootie figure getting all that disrespect? You know, like 100 Tooties and nobody want Tootie. Brian Sanchez says, wow, I got lucky with my Bela Lugosi because I found it at a Target that was an hour away. Didn't we spend a lot of gas money? Man, I was hitting Targets like crazy. I was all over the place. You know, I'm based here in Ohio, so I was all over the great state of Ohio looking for Mego figures. Papa Tiger said, Long Ranger and Tonto, yes. Prince Everlove said, I got an ad from eBay this morning. Peter Cushing just being released. Come on with it. Come on with it. DP, they also had Butch Cavendish and Scout. Yes, they did. They sure did. Prince, yes, Kim Fields. I had a crush on her back in the early 1980s. I think she's a year. Yes, she's a year older than me. She's 52. I'm 51. So yeah, back then, yeah, I had a crush. Yeah, I think most kids had a crush on Kim Fields. George Alexander says, Wonder if Mego can secure Messrs. Moore and Silverheels, yes, likenesses from the estate for potential Ranger figures. Yes, that'd be cool. I'm curious to see if they can do it too. The guy said someone told me to ask about. Oh, wait. The guy said someone told me to ask about the ghosts in your toy museum. Come on, man. See, hey, live stream over with. Oh my goodness, that had to be Lou. I think Lou's up to his old tricks. We exercise all those ghosts out of here. Now, hell, you need to get an interview with the whole cast of Facts of Life. I would love to sit down with the cast of Facts of Life. Joe, Tootie, Blair. Who was the? I'm missing one. I'm missing one, and she was one of my favorite ones. I know her real name is Mindy Khan. Man, what was her name? See, this is the first thing that goes when you turn 51 years old. The first thing. Oh my goodness. Somebody give me that last name of the Facts of Life young lady. Brian Sanchez says Mexico is selling a Mark's Lone Ranger and Tonto 2-pack. They are the original solid bodies Mark's molds. Yeah. Stop playing, man. Brian, stop playing, dude. Natalie, Papa Tiger, thanks. Natalie, I apologize. She was a cutie pie too. I always thought Natalie was, her charm, just to me, she made the show. She really made the show. And Migo, how come you didn't make no figure of Natalie? Guys, give Natalie some money. She's cool. Everybody, the other three girls got their likenesses made and poured. You know what? That's who I need to set up an interview with is Mindy Khan and ask her how she feel about that. I'm trying to get last questions, guys. I'm trying to get this. I've had a lot of fun with you guys. We had 19 at one point. We had 22 people in here. I feel pretty special, guys. It's just deciding to do this. Guys, I appreciate all the support too. Let me see here. So you guys got me looking now, man. Stop playing. All right, guys. I think that's it. I appreciate all the love and support, guys. Thanks for coming out to the live stream, talking amigos, talking toys in general, talking great childhood memories. I appreciate all that. So, with that being said, guys, you know the routine. God bless. Stay safe. And keep collecting.